What up, Falcons family? We are back here on a Tuesday, July 8th, 2025 for Falcons Daily. I am CG Craig Green, your host of this particular platform, and want to thank y'all again for chiming in. We are right at 900 subscribers, getting really close to 1,000 and beyond. So thank everybody for all of that, your time and attention, your energy, etc. Guys, let's chop it up here and talk about some free agent wide receivers that are on the market right now. A couple of them that have been on my mind the last couple of days. A couple of them, first of which was really Keenan Allen. I thought about him, and then I saw it in the comments earlier. It was Rashad Bashir 7388 said the Falcons need to bring in Keenan Allen. I wouldn't be opposed to that either. Only problem is his age. He's 33 years old, right around 33. Yeah, his birthday is in April, so he just turned 33. Another guy on my mind was Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool recently played for the Bears and is expected to come back in 2025, very healthy and ready to go. He had a toe injury that took him out of last season, and he thinks he's the strongest and the fastest he's ever been right now. So we'll see. But imagine either one of those guys in Atlanta, red and black. Which one would you rather have? Would you rather have Chase Claypool, or would you rather have Keenan Allen? Keenan is he's a little bit more of an accomplished veteran. He's definitely had some gaudier numbers over the years. Chase Claypool, a younger guy. Chase is right at 27 years old. So he actually just had his birthday. Matter of fact, happy birthday, Chase Claypool. He literally turned 27 yesterday. So Chase Claypool, a younger guy, but they're both big receivers. I mean, Chase standing right at 6'4". Keenan Allen stands at 6'2". So we're not talking about slot receivers here, but just imagine if you had Drake London on one side, Keenan Allen or Chase Claypool on the other side, and then you put Darnell Mooney in the slot with Kyle Pitts or Bijan Robinson, however you want to slice it up. Goodness gracious, defenses would not know what to do. I don't know if you guys remember the whole 2012 Roddy White pick your poison with the Falcons. He had that long speech about, teams are going to have, you can't single Julio, you can't single Roddy, you can't single Tony Gonzalez, and you damn sure couldn't single Michael Turner because he'd run you over. But, that could be the type of offense that the Falcons could put together with another, big name wide receiver like that. So Chase Claypool or Keenan Allen, for me, if we're talking about winning right now and doing things right now, then you want Keenan Allen. If you want someone who you can help build upon, for over the next couple of seasons or whatever, then yes, I would look more at somebody like a Chase Claypool. But for me right now, Keenan seems like the more sure bet. But also the problem is, money. Like, how much will these guys want to make? Keenan Allen had a guaranteed salary of $5 million last year. His base was 18. I think some of that was all incentive laden and everything like that. So his cap number last year, $23 million. Falcons ain't going to pay him anything close to that if he ever wanted to come in. So hope my man be ready to take some kind of discount. To come to the A. But is he that desperate to do so? Is he desperate to play football? Those are all questions that only Keenan Allen can answer. Could Linval Joseph find his way to Atlanta? We got another comment from yesterday's thread, and that came from our friend. His name is Big Truck Trap Star 9789. He said, Linval Joseph, that's who we need. No, well, I don't know. I mean, we do need some help across the middle. We do need that big anchor guy that we had with Grady for over 10 years, but now we don't have it anymore. Grady has moved on to Chicago, and Linval Joseph, he's getting long in the tooth, y'all. I mean, he was drafted by the Giants. So he played for the Giants. He played for Minnesota for a while. Had a little stint in with the Chargers and one season in Philly. Been with Buffalo and then also the Dallas Cowboys last year, and he was played in 17 games. Didn't start any of them. It was more of a reserve role. 2 sacks last year. Just 19 tackles on the year. Did have 2 tackles for loss and hit the quarterback 3 times. So still got the skills to get home, when he's out there playing and whatnot. But for me, I would say probably not on a Linval Joseph just because of his age. Again, 36 years old. He wouldn't, you couldn't get a lot of money. You wouldn't have to pay him a lot of money to come in. But at the same time, what kind of production are you going to get from him? I don't think he was exactly buried on the depth chart in Dallas, because, it's Micah Parsons and everybody else, for the most part. So, if he came to Atlanta, I think he'd definitely have to compete with the guys who are already there. I don't think he'd be handed any kind of starting spot, just because he's a vet or whatever it might be. But I would pass on Linval Joseph. I wouldn't even do that. I would much rather give that money to Keenan Allen if I was going to do something of that kind of ilk. Bijan Robinson getting some love here from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. What happened there was there was an article that came out about the top running backs in the league. He had a ranking of some of the top running backs, and what he did was he put Bijan Robinson. Excuse me. He put Bijan Robinson fourth, fifth actually on his. Fourth on his list. Again, he had Saquon Barkley first, Derrick Henry second, Jahmyr Gibbs third, and then Bijan Robinson. Bijan, if you don't remember last year, he was just shy of 2,000 all-purpose yards, scrimmage yards, 15 total touchdowns. An awesome season for Bijan Robinson, and he did make some NFL history as well. Robinson's one of 3 players in NFL history to produce 2,400 rushing yards, 100 receptions in his first 2 seasons. Edgerrin James did it. LaDainian Tomlinson also did it. Those guys are Hall of Famers. So question for y'all, is Bijan Robinson already elite? Is he already an elite running back after only 2 years on the scene, 2 years in the NFL? When you look at year number 1 for Bijan Robinson, he had a pretty good campaign for the Falcons. He just finished shy of 1,000 yards rushing. And then on the receiving side of things, he had 487 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns in the air, 4 touchdowns on the ground, so 8 total touchdowns in 2023. And then again, 15 total touchdowns in 2024. So again, things are going up for Bijan. He had a really good season. I hope, hopefully he gets 2,000 yards if that's what he wants. And hopefully it's not in vain. It's all, with a good purpose and in meaningful football games, not really like a garbage time statistic. So I think Bijan is an elite running back right now. And at the time, it was a very good pick by Terry Fontenot to bring in this dynamic player that we have. And we're pretty fortunate to be able to see this dude rocking Falcons colors. He could have been a Cowboy. He could have been on the Saints, for crying out loud. But nope, we got him here in Atlanta. And I'm just going to enjoy him for as long as he, stays a Falcon and just watch his career and see where he goes. But I think he is an elite running back. I don't know about him being not as good as Gibbs. Gibbs had more touchdowns last year, but also Gibbs is in a tandem with Montgomery. So, Bijan is the clear number 1 back. He's the RB1 in Atlanta. Algier does have a role and a piece of the offense, but it's not a direct timeshare like Gibbs and Montgomery have in Detroit. Guys, let's continue to rise up in these comments, if you will, please. But before we get to that, just again, be like our friends who chimed in today, Rashad and a Big Truck Trap Star. Make sure you get your comments in and let us know what you think. But a little bit more on Bijan Robinson. Wanted to touch on something here that was said about him by a NFL defensive coordinator from another team. This coordinator remains unnamed. He was speaking on the basis of anonymity to Jeremy Fowler from ESPN. I almost forgot to bring that up as part of the point of what we're thinking about Bijan. And Bijan got this opinion from that NFL defensive coordinator: size, speed, acceleration, pass game value, breaks, tackles, can hit home runs. He's a nightmare to prepare for, and that's all about our guy, number 7, Bijan Robinson. He does have the size. I mean, Bijan is not a small football player whatsoever. Bijan Robinson stands 5'11" and weighs right about 220 pounds. They also talked about his speed. I mean, he runs just as fast as a gazelle, pretty much just as fast as anybody on the field. Also, his pass game value, of course. He can, take it to the house if he gets, all he has to do is just break 1 or 2 tackles, maybe 1 usually, and he can take it all the way. He's a home run hitter. Just didn't get a chance to score many home runs last year. And he is a nightmare to prepare for because you have no idea where he's coming from. They can run him in an orbit formation. They could put him on the hip of the quarterback. They can line him up in the slot. He can just run power right over you. I mean, Bijan is a all-purpose back if I've ever seen one. He's definitely a 3-down back. For Atlanta. Luckily, we do have him and Algier together that can share some of the load. I know Bijan is RB1 and Algier clear RB2, but we do have an elite running back in Atlanta, and now we need to make sure he has elite protection and elite skill players around him so our offense can be elite as well. Continue to rise up in those comments. Please, 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 if you will do your boy CG a favor, continue to engage and make yourself known. Get your username out there. Let folks know that, hey, I'm a contributor to Falcons Daily. I've got hot takes, I've got opinions, and I'm passionate about these Falcons, and I want to see this player, that player, these scenarios. Well, here's my questions. What's good with training camp? How's everything else going here, there, and everywhere? Again, appreciate everybody who has put who's put something in the comments and given us something here to think about. And something for all of us to think about again is that we are just over 2 weeks away or so from training camp, about 2.5-ish weeks away. So again, get your popcorn ready. I'm salivating. I'm waiting for it. And because right after that, before you know it, preseason football is right around the corner. Please give me a follow at Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G in the word sports. Also, please give FanArchCo a follow in the top left corner, FANARCHCO on social media. We'll be back tomorrow with more Falcons Daily. Please hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the new content coming out. And until tomorrow, I am your guy, CG Craig Green, saying sayonara and buenos noches.